How are you guys doing? My name is Felicia Scott. I am Delirious Nails by Felicia. And I'm starting to do videos on different things, topics, discussion. You can feel free to follow my page, Delirious Nails. That's DELIRIOUS Also, you can inbox me with any questions you may feel. I know I've seen a lot of people are very much self-taught, which is good. Basically, I'm just gonna go over a few things as far as the basics of doing nails. I'm not gonna go into deep about acrylics or anything of like that nature. I just got licensed. I've been doing nails since '07. I had to stop due to several surgeries on my left arm. I'm still having some trouble, but it doesn't stop me from trying and practicing and doing nails. I'm not an expert. I'm not pertaining to be one. I'm not a professional. I'm not a perfectionist. I'm very professional at what I do. I noticed a lot of questions was, what type of products do you use? What's a good brush? What's a good glue? First, for starters, if you're just starting out, you don't want to go and invest your money into high quality products and you don't know what you're doing exactly, because you spend a lot of money on good products. Trust me, I have a whole area that's full of stuff. I've gave stuff away. I've sold stuff because I no longer need it. Because stuff gets old. Stuff does have an expiration date. When you're just starting out, for me, I did Sally's products. I ordered off of eBay those kits that be like $45, $50 that comes with everything. That's what I used because it was cheap. I was able to mess it up until I got it right. Now, I know a lot of people are self-taught. Some people say they don't have time for school. Some people say they work, they have different things, and that's fine by all means. But let me explain the legalities of not being licensed. If you are caught in your area, most states will not allow you to get licensed if they find out that you're charging to do nails. If someone reports you to the state board and they catch you in the act, most states will not allow you to get licensed. I know I'm from Louisiana. Louisiana is one of the states that you could not do no type of nails for monetary gain. Now, I'm living here in Georgia. They promote you to do nails and to get out and start working in shops and getting apprenticeships or what have you. Also, you have to have some type of insurance. If you cut a client and say, for instance, they say, oh, girl, don't worry about it. But then they come back to you and they like, oh, look, I have something that's got infected. And they decide to say, I can sue you. You're going to be in the wrong because whether or not they allowed you to do their nails, you are not licensed and you don't have the technicalities to do nails. It's all right to do nails and people, they allow you to do it. What I did when I was practicing and I was doing people, I typed up a waiver form, and they signed it and I signed it. It stated that I am not a licensed professional, and it just was a basically binding document for me. I always tell other nail techs to go to school and learn the foundations. You can get information from other nail techs, other people all day long, but until you actually are in a classroom setting where you can understand the sanitization, disinfection, the laws, the regulations, the basic acrylics, the different things, it's gonna make sense to you, because we don't have time. We want to get it, bam, bam, thank you, ma'am. But there are a lot of things to acrylics that you need to know. And later on down the line, I'm going to do some videos on basic acrylic. I'm going to do manicure. If you want, I can do pedicures. I love doing feet. I don't have a client base right now. I'm trying to get into a shop. I do work a part-time job. I just got licensed a few weeks ago. I'm not knocking no one. I just want y'all to understand it. I'm just encouraging you to get licensed. You can make so much more money if you're licensed. When you're not licensed, you can't charge what a regular nail tech who's licensed would charge. And people are going to come to you because you're cheap. And cheap is not always better. Because I see a lot of nails that y'all post in the group that are blinged out, that are ombre. Those are like $50, $60 jobs, and you're only charging $20, which you're shortening yourself because products are not cheap. And you have to be mindful of the products that you buy. Because just because someone's selling acrylic or they selling something that you may like, you need to find out if it's something that you're going to be able to use. Because I have different lines of acrylic, Young Nails. I have one of the store Happy Nails where I live. They make their own acrylic. I bought some of that. I have Mia Secret. I have a lot of different acrylics. I have Easy Flow. I really buy different acrylics because everybody's hands are different. Some people work with water. Some people work in the warehouses. Some people cashier. And I know we always want to get that thin nail look, that natural nail look, but everybody can't wear super thin nails. You have to build that nail to make sure that that nail holds. We want to learn things without going through the necessary training, and that's fine. But you still need to understand. Looking at YouTube, you can look at YouTube, you can look at whatever video you want. You're not going to see all the mess ups, all the mishaps that they made. They're just basically showing you what they did when they got it right. So you want to be mindful when you're watching videos to not get caught up in the hype of thinking, oh, I can do that. And if you mess up, you down on yourself because you didn't get it. Trust me. I watch YouTube almost all day. I follow a lot of different people. I order a lot of different products. A lot of products work for me. A lot of them don't. So I get rid of them. I sell it to someone else. Acrylic brushes. I noticed a lot of you were asking about the different types of acrylic brush. When you're starting off as a first beginner, you will want to start off with a 10 brush, which is considered a student brush. You don't want to go get a 12, 14, 16 brush when you don't know the flow of the acrylic ball to put on the nail yet. You have to get the feel. And it's all right to ask people to practice on them, but just practice on them. And when you feel like, okay, I got it down pat, and they want to, tip you, you can put you in a tip jar, and they can tip you for just you doing what you're doing. Be mindful, that support comes from everywhere. We want things to be the way it's supposed to be, but we have to uplift our own selves, and there have to be a passion for it. You just can't do nails because you see someone else doing it and you feel like, oh, I can do it too. Because it's not built for everyone. Because when you get licensed and you have a demand, you have to meet that demand. So just be mindful of, taking clients, making sure that you're following the proper cleaning, sanitation guidelines. Make sure your area where you're working at is consistently clean in between customers. Always make sure that the customer wash and you sanitize their hands and wash and sanitize yours. Just basically do the necessary steps. Learn how to do a basic table setup for acrylic. You may have someone say you do manicures. Learn that. That is a nice, easy task, and it can teach you how to do polishing and how to do manicures, because that's one of the guidelines I think for most state board is a manicure. As far as feet, I know a lot of people don't like doing feet, but do be mindful that if you are licensed and you're not doing feet, then it's hard for people to want to come to you if they need their feet done. Because I know me, I'm not going to go to two places at one time to get two services when I could go to one place and get it knocked out. So just be mindful, you know what I'm saying? Always wear gloves. If you're dealing with any contact with skin or whatever, always wear gloves. I wear gloves even doing acrylics. Because I don't like to get my nails messed up, even though I wear gel top coat. I noticed that a lot of folks were asking about glue. Me, I use nail glue, but I also use crazy glue. Sometimes the nail bed, you don't rough it up good enough and the nail tip doesn't stay. I'm not saying that's what you use. I'm just saying that's one of the things that I use. I also use the glue from Sally's. And I go to the nail supply and get their glue. Now, I ask them what is their best glue, because they're not going to tell you, oh, this is the better glue. They're just going to make your money. So you have to know your products and find what works for you. Don't do something because it works better for someone else. You make sure that it fits you and it makes you happy, and that's what you want to do. Also, do know if you mess up, it's okay. No one's perfect. Even the best nail techs mess up. You may not see the flaws, but if you are trained and you learn, you can see the flaws in most nails. The cuticle, I saw a lot of questions about that. The cuticle is very hard to not get the acrylic on, but I realized that if you push back the cuticles real well and you start from the top, I go from the top to the bottom because I used to go from the bottom to the top and my nails will always mess up. I would always get it on the cuticle, in which I'm learning, but I got the top to bottom ratio down pat, and I like it that way. You can work whichever way that works best for you. Always do know that when you see someone doing something, you make it work for you. I don't copy other people's work, like talking about. I don't take credit for other people's work. If I do something that's from someone, I will give credit. And just be original. You don't have to offer everything. You don't have to do everything. I know a lot of people want to learn dipping, want to learn acrylics, want to learn encapsulating, want to learn hard gel, want to learn gel nails. But you have to start off with the basic first, and that's acrylic. Learn the acrylic, get it down pat before you move to other levels, and then you find yourself lost or messing up because you're trying to do 3 things at once. It's all right to do plain acrylics for right now with plain polish or either gel. I noticed that a lot of people was asking about the prices. It depends on where you live. If you live in the hood, you can't charge no ghetto price money because most people are not going to pay it. But if you're on your own and you're not in a shop, then you can charge what you want. Most people make you pay a deposit before rendering the service because a lot of people, they do stall on you. Or you have to be careful because some people use debit cards and they call the bank and say, oh, I didn't get the service. So you have to be mindful of folk like that, especially when you're bomb.com. They will try to get over on you or whatever. When you build up your clientele, make sure you offer services that you know how to do. Do not offer services that you cannot do. If they ask you, do you do dipping? No, ma'am. Right now I'm in the process of learning that. And when I'm able to offer that service, I'll let you know. A lot of times people are more understanding when you're upfront with them. If you post a picture that is not yours and someone says, oh, can you do this? Tell the truth. Because in the long run, if they come to you and you can't produce what they want, then that's going to be a mark on your brand. And you don't want to mess up your brand because you are your brand. If you do not do what you're supposed to do, you mess up your brand. And reputations are easy to get and hard to come back from. So just be mindful of that. Also, just be mindful that we are all in this together. No one is no better than the other. Dream big, keep your goals apart, and just do what's best for you. I'm going to try to put a video up every day. I'm going to start off from the beginning, which is going to talk about, the manicure. I'm going to do videos on the manicure. I'm going to talk about polishing. I'm going to talk about acrylics. I'm going to do some demonstrations when available. I'm going to try to do some demonstrations for you guys to show you the difference. Now, mind you, there are a lot of other nail techs in this world. No 2 nail techs are alike. I don't do what someone else may do. They may not do what I may do. I'm only doing this because I love to teach and I feel like I can help someone else. And a lot of people learn. I don't feel like people should charge hundreds of dollars for classes that's not benefiting you. When you leave, you still lost. You still stuck with questions. So before you start paying for classes, make sure you have the knowledge, at least the basic knowledge, and you have a passion for it. Because if you just going and you want one-on-one, hands-on, it's going to be kind of hard because they have a big class and you don't want to waste $600, $700, $800 or $200, $300 because we all don't have money just to give away. So you want to make sure that the person that is actually teaching the class, they're licensed, that they know what they're talking about. Look at their work, look at the different things, because you don't want to get bamboozled. A lot of people are out here just to make money selling products that don't work. So just be mindful of the gimmicks. Do reviews. Like when I buy something from eBay, Amazon, I love Amazon. I never had a problem with Amazon but once, and that was for a cell phone case. They didn't send it, but I got my money back. eBay, I used to do eBay a long time ago. I got jacked out of some money. I stopped dealing with them, but there are certain things that eBay got, Amazon don't. But when I go on Amazon and I go under the description, if it says fulfilled by Amazon, then I buy it. I don't too much buy it when it says it's not fulfilled by Amazon, because that means it's coming from China or somewhere else in the world that I don't know, and I don't have time to give no one my money, and I don't get my products. I do go to the nail supply. I do go to Sally's. Sally's used to have a lot of variety. Now I think they're kind of phasing it out. It's not that much. I know a lot of y'all probably start off with the little Kiss manicure kit. I did. It is a very decent kit if you use it correctly. Drills. I have a Mani Pro. I've started off from the cheapest drill all the way up to the expensive drill, and I still have like two drills that was like maybe 70, 80 bucks. I do buy different drills because all drills are not the same, but I do have a Mani Pro and it works really good. It costed me like $380. And I know that's a lot of money, but don't invest into that unless you got clientele and you're gonna be using it. You can get a I know this nail supply where I stay, they sell a Milliken, Milliken. It's exactly a replica of a Cooper Mani Pro, but it's like 70, 80 bucks. I don't know what state y'all live in or whatever. Or you could go on Amazon. They have a Joya Mia. It's $250. That's a really, really, really good drill, and you get the stuff. Also, if you buy any acrylic, please get the liquid that goes with the acrylic. Too many times we go buy liquid and it don't matches the acrylic, and sometimes that could be the problem as to why your product is lifting, why your product is not, the ball may dry out before you can put it on the nail. And if that happens, wipe it off and start over. Also, you need to make sure you prep the nail, dehydrate the nail, nail primer. Make sure that you file the oil off the nail. If you don't use dehydrator, make sure that you are buffing the nail to get the oil off so that you can start your process, and make sure that your hands are clean. If you touch the nail, clean it, because your oils are on that nail and it's not going to adhere to the product. I've had a lot of lifted in the past. I do my own nails. I don't have any lifting, but I do my daughter's nails and I've saw lifting or the nail crack. So as time go on, I've gotten better, because I don't like to file the nail bed too much, because nails are not supposed to come off but twice a year, meaning that you're supposed to get refills for 6 months, then soak them off and then start over. But we like different things. Like what I have on right now is an acrylic color powder and glitter on one hand. I do my hands different on each hand because I like to see the different things that I have, and I like to show the customers where I work. This is some of the colors that I can offer. Yourself is your best work when you're doing your nails. You just make sure that the nail can hold. You can feel free to email me with any concerns, any topics you may want to talk about. We can do a discussion. I'm new at this, so I'm learning. I'm learning how to, basically explain some things. I'm going to get some notes. And tomorrow, probably around this same time, it is now 6:07 where I live. I don't know what time it is where you guys live. So maybe about 7 o'clock tomorrow, or either 8, I'm going to come back on and we'll talk about the basics of setting up. I could tell you what products you can get to set up for a manicure, acrylic, or what have you. And we can just go from there. I look forward to hearing your comments, concerns, questions. Just do note that, I'm just like one of y'all. I'm learning from the bottom to the top. I don't mind learning from other folk. No, I'm not too big and proud to where I think I know it all, because I don't. But I can tell you the knowledge that I have, and maybe it can help you and maybe it can't. But please subscribe to my channel. It would greatly be appreciated. And y'all guys have a good night.